My father was born in Tela, Honduras, a small port town facing the Caribbean Sea. This port town was characterized by a nice, cool sea breeze, the smell of sea salt, lots of fish in a vibrant market, and abject poverty. You see, my father didn't have his first pair of shoes until about the age of 10. He started to work at the age of 7. He worked with his grandmother to support his family, hauling large loads of laundry across town so that he could feed his brothers and sisters. Now, if you know anything about walking on hot pavement with bare feet, it hurts, right? Now imagine gravel underneath a summer Caribbean sun with 20 to 30 pounds of laundry on your 7-year-old back. Life wasn't easy. In the early 80s, my father made his way to the US, and with President Reagan's Immigration Act, he became a resident. In 1994, I was born. I look good, don't I? A little chubby, but that's all right. Before I left the hospital, before I was even born, my father had picked out and bought me a pair of shoes. He took an opportunity and gave me an opportunity. Now, there are people out there, politicians specifically, who believe that our generation will not leave the next generation better off than we were. As one politician put it, and no one is more tragically harmed than the young people of this country. The first generation in recent memory to face a future less promising than their parents did. People expect us to fail, to falter in this new world, but I believe that we will rise above and beyond any expectations. But to do that, we must hone our superpowers. We must take an opportunity to make an opportunity. But before I explain how we're going to do that, I've got to make you do something. You guys have been sitting for way too long. We've done waves before, right? At football games, basketball games. We're going to do a wave right now. We're going to start at stage right. We're going to come stage left. This is important. Stage left, we're going to come all the way back, and we're done. All right? So on my mark. Ready? Go. You see how that works? You don't have to affect that person over there. You just do something small, and you start a wave. It's cheesy, but I like cheese. Lots of protein. So how do we do this? We do it with my system of karma. Karma stands for 5 things: character, adaptability, respect, morality, and altruism. If we live with these 5 virtues, if we take an opportunity to make an opportunity, we will be virtually unstoppable. 1, character. That means living with integrity. And living with integrity means living the best life you can even though nobody is watching. As Glory, our last speaker, just mentioned, we should turn off lights when we exit rooms. Not because Mom nags us to do it, but because it's the right thing to do. Living with character also means living with dignity and treating others with dignity. When Umar, another one of our previous speakers, mentioned that when he lived with dignity, he showed those around him that he wasn't a threat, but that he was human. 2, adaptability. Evolve. Never be complacent with your current progress. Here's a little history lesson. The Roman Empire was once considered the pinnacle of human civilization, stretching from the Iberian Peninsula all the way to the Arabian Peninsula. Their size was due to the success of their primary fighting force, the Roman legion. The reason the Roman legion was so successful is because they were able to integrate tactics, weapons, and ideas from other cultures and implement them into their fighting system. Thomas Friedman, analyst of globalization, once said, "If we don't change course now and buckle down in a flat world, the kind of competition our kids will face will be intense, and the social implications of not repairing things will be enormous. We are the ushers of a Pax Americana, a new age of global prosperity. We must continue to adapt. We must continue to understand a constantly changing world. And we must take an opportunity to make an opportunity. 3, respect for ourselves and for others. We should be able to hold everything we do in honor and esteem. I have an anecdote for you. I visited Honduras in the summer of 2010. There I lived with my cousin Louis. He's about 11 years old. He didn't have running water. School wasn't affordable for him, and we had to do our business in an outhouse. One day he told me, "Yeltsin, you and I are exactly the same. Same hair, skin color, language. I could have been you, and you could have been me." I mean, you're a bit uglier than I am, but that's fine. The biggest difference between you and I is you have power, the ability to shape your environment. And until someone understands me and respects me enough to help me find a way out, I'm stuck. So out of respect for Louis, out of respect for future generations, and most importantly, out of respect for ourselves, let's take an opportunity to make an opportunity. 4, morality. Living with a system of ethics and goodness. Taking the initiative and doing things with good, solid judgment. When superheroes see something wrong, they fix it. When we see opportunities, we take them to make them. And 5, altruism. The principle or practice of unselfish concern for or devotion to the welfare of others. Superheroes give more than they take, but they take enough to give. We should put others before ourselves. I have another story for you. I was just in the Bahamas a couple weeks ago, and there I met a man named Ronaldo on the island of Andros, the largest island in the Bahamas. Ronaldo was a successful entrepreneur, and he told me that a lot of people in his community depended on him. The only way those people could depend on Ronaldo would be for Ronaldo to invest in himself. And that's altruism. And that's karma. Character, adaptability, respect, morality, and altruism. Say it with me. Character, adaptability, respect, morality, and altruism. I leave you with my message worth spreading. Take an opportunity to make an opportunity. But I bet you didn't catch the second part. The part about the wave. You guys don't have to affect them. You affect each other. And in turn, you start a wave. And that wave keeps going. My father gave me shoes. Not these shoes. So my question to you is, what are we going to give? Thank you very much.